Undisputed.
Haney firing on all cylinders now.
The franchise is not a belt, it's not a championship, it's a designation given to elite, unique fighters who carry the industry of the sport of boxing.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So you heard the WBC president right there admit that the franchise is not a belt. It's not a championship, it's a designation. In other words, it's the MBF belt. You know, in the same interview, Mauricio, he admitted that they didn't just choose Canelo Alvarez when they gave out this franchise status. They didn't choose Lomachenko when they gave out the status. Mauricio said that Lomachenko and Canelo, they requested this designation.
How did you choose Lomachenko? Because
I did not choose him. He requested, Canelo requested.
So the question is, how come we've never seen any black fighters requesting for this same designation? And why is it the only two times that fighters requested this designation is when they were being pressured to fight a dangerous, undefeated black fighter? Rhetorical questions. So before Mauricio, he said that the WBC franchise, it was not a belt, it was not or is not a championship. Fast forward to present day, now Mauricio has pulled a complete 180 and he's saying that George Kambosos is undisputed because he has this franchise designation that the WBC president said was not a belt. Guys, the WBC is leaving themselves wide open for a major lawsuit in the sport of boxing that can be a major game changer if the Haneys are willing to go ahead and sue them. Start the process. First of all, let me just explain this. When you hear one person say, or even if it's 10 people say, that Kambosos is undisputed, the definition of the word dispute alone proves that Kambosos is not undisputed. So when I see people say certain things, I've even seen some people write articles on the internet where they said, oh, look, now that the WBC president has called Kambosos undisputed, it's unnecessary for him to fight against Devin Haney, which we all know what that means, and we all know the reason why many people from old media and the WBC, they're calling this man undisputed in the first place. You see, because now old media, they use words like undisputed and pound for pound the best fighter in the world as basically a license to avoid dangerous black fighters, dangerous undefeated black fighters. Now, it's one thing for fans on the internet to just make up things and just lie on the internet. But when it comes to the WBC president, this man can be sued for slander. With all these flat out lies that can easily be proven as lies, this would be considered perjury in a court of law. But without even being in a court of law, this is flat out slander. The WBC just recently did an interview where once again, he was calling George Kambosos the undisputed champion. Now, in this interview, there were so many lies. Just check out this clip. In this interview that Mauricio did with Fight Hype, he clearly says that Lomachenko requested the franchise designation to fight Teofimo Lopez in a unification bout.
We ended with an interim championship. Then Lomachenko requests to fight for the vacant title, which is a great honor. We granted that. He defeated Campbell. Then he requested to be franchise in order to go in and to unify the division. We accepted that. He fought Lopez, and Lopez requested to be franchise if he defeated Lomachenko. That's the first change in the rule that we had. We adjusted where the designation can be exchanged in a high-profile fight, as it was that fight and as it was with the Kambosos.
But yet when Jamal Charlo said that he wanted to fight Canelo for the franchise belt, the WBC president said it's non-transferable. But as he just said, he changed the rules when it came to the situation with Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. So once again, going back to what Mauricio said earlier, he said that Lomachenko requested the franchise designation just so he can unify the belts with Teofimo Lopez. That is completely false. We see champions unifying belts all the time, and none of them have ever had to request some type of certain designation just to do it. The truth is, Lomachenko, he vacated his WBC title because he did not want to hold up his obligation of defending his title against the #1 contender, the mandatory Devin Haney.
You are now the mandatory challenger for Vasily Lomachenko's 135-pound title. Do you believe at 20 years old you're ready for that type of challenge?
I think you said his name wrong. It's Lomachenko because he doesn't want to fight me. But it's I feel like I'm ready for the fight. This is the WBC mandatory. So Lomachenko, come on, man, let's get this fight going.
A lot of guys have said they want Lomachenko. You're the next on that list.
Lomachenko.
My mistake. A lot of guys say they want him. What makes you believe that at this stage of your career you're ready for that type of fight?
Like I said, Abdulev was the #2, mandatory. I went in there, I destroyed him. He was no contest for me. If I'm so easy, Lomachenko should just fight me and get me out the way.
So Lomachenko, he requested for this WBC status so he did not have to once again fight his mandatory Devin Haney. And to this day, he still is showing no interest in fighting Devin Haney. But you know what the real crazy thing is? Lomachenko even admitted when Teofimo Lopez had the franchise status, Lomachenko said that Devin Haney was the WBC champion, not Teofimo Lopez. So once again, this is the problem that the WBC president has when he says that Kambosos is undisputed. The fact that people are disputing you saying that proves, obviously, that Kambosos is not undisputed. Now, there's something else that's very dangerous when it comes to the WBC or even old media claiming that Kambosos is undisputed. It's extremely misleading to new casual fans that have just been introduced to the sport of boxing, right? Maybe they just watch one of my videos, or maybe they just watch some random fight on the internet, and now they're starting to follow the sport. They're trying to learn the sport. And then all of a sudden you hear someone who's very relevant in the sport say that Kambosos is undisputed. That's going to make some casual fan believe that he's the only champion in the lightweight division. And when I say the only champion, I'm talking about with a real belt. Kambosos is not an undisputed champion until he beats the WBC champion. That is how it's always worked, and it doesn't matter if one person is trying to change this temporarily just to benefit and protect fighters on the hope list from that MBF list. So like I said, Devin Haney or Team Haney, they have a huge lawsuit in their hands if they want to go that route, which they should go that route, because it would be very, very difficult for someone like Mauricio Suleiman under oath to explain how this man, Kambosos, is considered the undisputed champion, which means that Devin Haney is not really the champion. Like I said, if he had to explain this the way he's doing in interviews, that would be considered perjury alone. So let's see how this all plays out. But I'm telling you guys right now, the MBF League is getting serious right now. And these boxers are going to have to start speaking up. They're going to have to do something about it. Because once again, old media always takes advantage of the fact that all these boxers, they really remain silent. I mean, they say little things every once in a while on social media, but they have to start saying things when they're on the big stage. When they're doing those post-fight interviews, they need to start exposing everything that's going on if you're not going to take the situation to court, which is where this really should be handled. Let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Tired of fighting with your girl? Tired of dealing with the same stuck-up women when you go out in the States? Tired of these fake-ass IG models begging for cash apps? Fellas, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to settle. The women in Pattaya outnumber the men 20-1 out here. They don't discriminate. Think I'm lying? Zoom to Thailand with your man Richie Mack, the Travel OG. Make sure to like and subscribe to all my videos. To hit the like and subscribe button to Zoom to Thailand is free. You got questions? No problem. You balling on a budget? No problem. You scared of rejection? No problem. It's impossible to fail here. Click the link in Dante's description box below and join the family of Zoom to Thailand. Your life will never be the same. You dig? Help us get to 10,000 subscribers, y'all.
Yeah.